body feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride no
Yo, Grant, could you send this to me, bro? Yeah, I'm definitely down too far. I bet. So, Karrahboo has been saying that she can't release music because Yachty, who claimed he wanted nothing to do with her, won't allow her to put music out. Now, I gave an advice, and I said, Karrahboo, check this out. I know what's going on. Not only have I spoke to Yachty, truth be told, I've spoken to P, right? And I hate to drop my sources, but I just got to let you know, I've talked to the big dogs, okay? Yachty's is pretty much your boss, but shit, even Yachty's boss is P. Here's the thing. Yachty really thinks you're an asshole. Yachty think that, you were in this group called, what's the group called? Concrete. And, or on the label called Concrete. And you start getting a big head. You're the only woman. There's a lot of girls that like you, this and third. And you started talking to people in a very crass way. What I heard is that you would talk to people who were just help. Like they were beneath you. Like they were dirt under your shoe. You would just like violate them, disrespect them. You were gaining this ego because of just having fans commenting. Now, that's a very important thing. Fans in your comment section don't mean they're real supporters. Ask all of the chicks on the Shade Room. When you're an artist selling music, that's when you know, and people coming out to your shows, that's when you know you have supporters. By the way, we've seen a few of Karrahboo's shows. For all the people who were commenting on her shit, they weren't showing up necessarily to see her. So, Yachty was fed up with it. Yachty dropped her. Or not really dropped her, but Yachty excommunicated her from the group. Okay? And you might be like, well, why would he do that? Well, Yachty, even though he has Concrete, he's not a label owner. And I talked to P about this. He's not a label owner. You see a label owner, and by the way, remember when I told y'all I tried my hand at owning a label? I could never. I got too much money for that. I'm good. You got to sit there and have artists who you pay them pop all this shit with all this ego, talk shit to you, act like you work for them. They're going, like, the ego that gets into a person that starts to see money and starts to think that I'm only popping because of me and that their shit doesn't stink is crazy. Now, as a label owner, you have to deal with it. Like, for example, you don't think Lyra Cohen, Lyra Cohen's damn near a billionaire. He was running around with Young Thug when Young Thug barely had like 30 million to his name. A billionaire is being the bitch boy for the 30 million nigga. Part of being a boss is checking your ego as an executive and appeasing or appealing to the ego of your artist to get work that you could later monetize. I know I seen that shit. I'm like, I'm good. This is why being an executive is hard. Let me connect it to Yachty. Yachty, who was basically working with Drake, helping Drake with all type of shit. He was cooking up for everybody, making great beats. He was really in his producer bag. He's not no regular executive. He's not like, oh man, they don't fuck with me no more, so I gotta sign some people who they fuck with. Yachty's lit. Yachty feels like he's putting y'all on. So Yachty's not gonna tolerate your ego like a regular label executive would. So a regular label executive would have made Karrahboo, and this is why I'll give y'all artists or upcoming artists some advice. Don't sign to another artist. Because the shit you get away with your managers and label people who are not artists themselves, Yachty at the end of the day, when you give him too much attitude, he's going to say, man, fuck this bitch. I could go make some records and make the same amount of money. I don't need to deal with this headache. A label executive is going to deal with it. So anyway, Yachty was done with her. Yachty's like, man, fuck this shit, bro. I can't deal with this shit no more. This show shit. Apparently, and again, I have no problem with Karrahboo. Me and her have since talked. But the word that I got was that she was a raging bitch. She was intolerable. The ego was out of this world. Yachty could not deal with it, and he's like, what the hell? I'm good. He wanted to just get rid of her. Everybody around Yachty, from anybody over at Capitol, Motown, and all these other places, and even P, they're like, whoa, 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 son. Check this out. I know this is your label, but you have now created an artist That's the hardest thing to do in the industry. Remember I always told you, the industry is all about you try with 10 and you hope one pops off and the one that pops off pays for the other 9. So a 10% success rate in the industry is really good. So when you have a success, you don't just like, because they have a bad attitude, just release them to the wolves. Yachty was advised at that point, yo, bro, we're not letting her out of this contract. We could have her disconnected from your label, but we're going to keep her under contract until somebody else comes and buys her contract out. So that's what I've understood it to be. Yachty don't want her on the label. He thinks she's egotistical. By the way, I'm going to be honest, though. Everything I've seen from her feels like, and maybe, we all know women, they play victim a lot. She seemed like she's been tame. She's like, no, Yachty's bullying me. She's been kind of showing the side of her that is opposite of what Yachty was alleged, which is, I think, good and smart for her. However, she was not fully released because you don't invest money and resources, your energy and clout to create her. And after you now know, it's so hard, it's less than 10% chance that you could create an artist that people care about. You don't let her walk away and take all the value you instilled into her career already and go somewhere else. So this is why I gave Karrahboo the advice. I said, listen, it's the same thing with Gunna. Yo, I'm pretty sure Thug want to slap earth, wind, and fire out of Gunna. You put him and Gunna in a room, and I think he would try to choke Gunna to death. That don't mean he gonna let Gunna go free off of YSL and act like he ain't trying to get paid. It's a business. This is how you make money. So, until somebody buys out the contract, you still get paid from them. And I think that's what Yachty was doing. So anyway, Karrahboo came online and said, oh, I can't release music, I can't do this. And then Yachty went live because, people were like, damn, Yachty, like, I thought you said you don't fuck with her, she egotistical, why you keeping her in the contract? Now we have Yachty, who then went on Instagram Live today, and he said, can we find the whole thing? Ooh. Yachty IG Live. We got to go today. Okay, here we go.
Even whatever, right? So, first off, from the jump, when we split with Kara, there was never a you can't drop, right? There was never anything that said that she couldn't drop music. She just didn't drop. You know what I'm saying? But the thing was, she didn't want to drop. She didn't want to drop under the label because she felt like, oh well, if I'm putting a song out and we're not cool, it shouldn't come out under your label. But guys, that's not how business works. You see what I'm saying? There's no way I'm gonna invest money into somebody, put money into something, make no return, and then you can just, when you feel like it, just drop when you want, right? So what happened was, I said, hey, you find somebody to sign you, and we'll do the paperwork.
Chat, listen, I know some of y'all be like, yo, Ak, you just be talking shit. Bro, every time I tell y'all some music industry shit, bro, I'm spot the fuck on. They were down for Karrahboo's contract to get bought out. By the way, y'all want me to give y'all some more information and tea? And this is why when I talk, sometimes artists kind of back up a little bit, or they just be like, yo, this fat ass thing is... Because they know when I'm speaking music business shit, a lot of times either I done spoke to your boss, or a lot of times I done spoke to the building. By the way, it's the same thing, and I'm not attacking this person, because every time I speak on some shit, they think I'm attacking. Same thing that happened with Young Miami. I'll give y'all the tea right now. They were been trying to drop the City Girls. The City Girls was promoting everything but music. Their passion was niggas. They wanted to be in a relationship, not promote music. They was going to get dropped off QC. That's a fact. Everything I'm telling you is all factual. But here's the thing. P and them good folks, Coach K and them, spent years building City Girls. They gave him the names. All them names, like Young Miami, and they gave them the name. They got them people to write for them and all that type of shit. They created the City Girls. So because now they're focused on men, because they're all about being in relationships, yeah, they're not profitable music-wise, but you think they're going to drop him, that some other person signs them, and the other person or the other label who signs them didn't have to make the investment. So what ended up happening, it's a tough decision. JT was super determined and dedicated to the music. They kept JT. And then they released Young Miami. She could do her solo thing. The group split apart. I believe City Girls might still be signed to QC. But it was clear they were no longer operating as a duo. JT made the cognizant decision. I'm down to promote music. Young Miami, they was looking at her like, you're Diddy's concubine. You're chasing penis. And that's what happened. It's a business decision. Young Miami could go sign with anybody who she wants. But is music her true love? Who knows? That's the reality of most of these things, and labels got to make decisions. So now, if somebody feels that there's so much value in the City Girls, they could buy out the City Girls contract. But solo-wise, QC's rocking with JT. No disrespect to Young Miami. I got no problem with you. I know I'm supposed to do your show at some point. I'm just only speaking music business. All right? Same thing with Karrahboo. Yo, Karrahboo, just get another label. Like, you're already lit. Or the hardest part of the music business is to get to where you're at. Because once people get to where you're at, Karrahboo, I know you've been trying to say, oh, I write everything. Who gives a fuck? There's mad ventriloquists in the game. It's just getting that initial buzz. So now that you got that initial buzz, that is worth millions of dollars. A label that signs you would have given you a signing bonus, studio budget, marketing budget. They would have invested millions of dollars to get you to this point. So even if Yachty can't stand your ass, it's stupid of him to relinquish a contract that's worth millions of dollars in value. So he's just saying, you got a manager, have your manager go take meetings with other labels, find one that's going to sign you. Just tell them, I'm in a deal with Yachty. No, you're not going to guilt trip him into letting you go. What you're going to do, tell the other label, you're in this deal, but the person's down for a buyout, and those people are going to talk to Yachty's people, and they're going to pay him. It's the business. This ain't about love. It ain't about, and by the way, Karrahboo, I rock with you because, again, we had that personal conversation, and I even backed off a little bit. I say, you know what, I'm not going to, because you apologize for some shit, and I also realize you're a young girl in the industry. I know I've been in this shit, like, I know I'm media, but, like, I've been in this shit for a while. I don't want to bully some young girl who's trying to figure shit out. But what I don't like what you do with Yachty, I'm going to be honest with you, you're using trigger terms. Yo, we in this, like, age where, like, it's easy to make men look like monsters. What you and Yachty got, y'all don't got dick and pussy business. Unless I don't know about something. Did you and Yachty used to fuck? I don't think so. So stop calling him an abuser. Stop saying he's mean or he's toxic to women. Stop. Those terms, once you start floating that in the air, bruh, all men should be sensitive to things like that. No. You didn't think that way when you signed to a label that was male-dominated, who was also backed by another label that's male-dominated. Stop using, oh, he's an abuser, he's this, or even trying to gain sympathy by saying, don't you have a daughter? This is not a woman abuse issue. This is contracts. Go, listen, yo, Karrahboo, I could be a manager. I'm taking 35% though. I'm not taking 20. I'm taking 35. If you don't know how to work this shit, let me go handle this shit for you. DM me right now. I'll walk up in Sony and say, yo, check this out. I'll bring you Karrahboo and everything. You might not get some of the masters, but you'll get an artist that's ready to go, and I'll get you a bag. I'll get Yachty his bag, and I'll take my bag. Because that's all you got to do. go to another label, have them pay Yachty. Then you could go free. He ain't trying to hold you hostage. He's trying to get paid. This is the music business. This ain't about, that's why I don't like words like, oh, toxic, because it's like you're almost trying to make people pressure him to just sign off on a release form that drops you from the label with him getting nothing. So the clout, blood, sweat, effort, he wrote some songs for you, not saying every song. All of that built you to your current stature, he just says, oh, fuck it. I don't want to be called an abuser, so I won't stand on business. Because business dictates the artist Karrahboo is signed to Little Yachty. And it's not that he's saying he won't do a deal. He says he wants to do a deal. I'm giving you the translation.
I said, hey, you find somebody to sign you, and we'll do the paperwork. Well, first off, for the longest, nobody was signed, right? So nobody wanted to sign her. And so she kept saying that I wouldn't let her go because, truth be told, what happened was that her management at the time, or whoever, I don't know if she wasn't in communication with them or what, but she thought that she had deals on the table. Don't call me now. No, you wanted to talk on Twitter, let's talk. See, now she's calling me now. But now I don't want to talk about it.
Now, the only thing I will say about this Yachty and Karrahboo thing, which I don't like, I haven't asked Yachty this, because I've talked to Yachty a few times about this. I really want to ask him, like, you sure you never fucked her, right? Because a lot of how they deal with each other kind of borderlines on, and I know, maybe I'm just a little bit, I'm looking into this too much. Because it's male and female, it's kind of like, wait, y'all don't got a crush on each other, right? Y'all sure there's nothing physical, no one ever flirt, none of that, right? Because I don't get involved in dick and pussy business. I keep telling y'all that. When you see dick and pussy business, leave it alone. Once dick and pussy got involved, we don't need to be involved. Trust.
What happened was, she said that she thought she had deals.
And the only reason I asked that, and Yachty, listen, I know I could text you or call you right now. And should I call Yachty and get an answer? But Yachty, I need you to clarify that, because every time y'all respond to each other, it seems personal. And I'm a little weary of that, because if there's any dick and pussy business involved with this, I'm out. I'm headed to the back door. I'm done. I have nothing more to say, and I rescind all my comments. I do not want to comment on dick and pussy business, because y'all might have been doing some stuff. But I don't know. Is this say 66666? Holy. Yachty, you the devil. My bad. I'm playing. Anyway, we probably should figure that out. Anyway.
Deals on the table, right? Nobody was trying to sign her, all right? So she thought I was holding her a deal and wouldn't sign the paperwork, but there was no deal, all right? Cool. And she got a deal, right? And the deal came, and it was, I didn't care what the deal was. I don't care how much money it was. I really don't care, right? I said, okay, cool, I'll sign the paperwork. That's fine, I don't care. But before I sign that paperwork, I want my jewelry back, right? My fucking earrings, 8-carat earrings, my watch.
Okay, so this is where it gets a little iffy. Yo, chat, you ever seen two exes, or they call themselves exes, but they be mad petty? Yo, I want my PS4 back. Yo, give me this back. Yo, listen now, we done for real, but yo, remember when I gave you this? Nah, I want it back. Bro, if you really done, just move on. If you really done, just move on. If you want some, I need some take back shit, it's I'm being honest. Oh, give me my earring back before I let you go. Hold on, what are we talking? Come on now. What's going on here? Is dick and pussy involved? Hold on, I might have to call Yachty. Hold on.
Work, that's fine, I don't care. But before I sign that paperwork, I want my jewelry back, right? My fucking earrings, 8-carat earrings, my watch, everything else. And you can go, right? But see, the thing was, she went on streaming tours and goddamn balloon contests and all whatever else. So she didn't want to give me my jewelry back. All right? So I say, look, You give me my jewelry back. And this was, by the way, guys, this was 10 months ago. All right? This is 10 months ago. This is almost a year ago. I said, hey, as soon as you bring me my jewelry, you can do whatever you want. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm not here to hold you.
Now, this is, oh man, Yachty. You see, you put me in a tough position, Yachty. Pause. Yachty, if somebody got your jewelry and it's your jewelry, nigga, by hook or by crook, you can get it back. You tell that chick, give me my fucking jewelry back. She's not compliant, nigga. You got the cops go get it, nigga. It's your shit. Okay? After you give her one friendly request, after that, nigga, it's fucking theft. So you could get your jewelry back. This whole thing like, oh no, give me my jewelry. It's been 10 months. No, this is flirting. This is flirting. This is flirting, y'all.
By the way, in the midst of all this, I said, hey, you can drop music whenever you want to. Whenever you want to, you could drop your music. That's not the case, right? Because I never had a problem, right? I didn't have a problem with her. I didn't have a vendetta with her. I didn't like this. She's painting a narrative that like, oh, he won't let me drop.
Should I call Yachty? All right, let me call Yachty. Yachty, I gotta call you, Cody. I need the questions answered. Damn, what's his last number? Is this his last number? It's kind of sad how many numbers I got for niggas. Pause. All right, let's see. Yachty, you.
Please leave your message.
Nah, FaceTime you, Yachty. I gotta change my facial expression. Like, I'm looking at the camera. I got the nigga please facial expression. Yacht! Okay, he's gonna call me back. We gotta get to the bottom of this, though. We gotta get to the bottom of this shit. Okay, anyway.
He hates me. Bro, I'm the one who reached out to her to come back. Because I was like, this is stupid. I was like, bro, this is stupid.
To come back to what? Wait, you wanted her back? Like, I mean, obviously to concrete.
Like this, she's painting a narrative that like, oh, he won't let me drop. He hates me. Bro, I'm the one who reached out to her to come back. Because I was like, this is stupid. I was like, bro, this is stupid. We can fix this, right? And then when she came back, she had an attitude, chip on her shoulder, and she was just nasty. So I said, you know what? This isn't going to work, all right? Boom. And that's what it is. Even to this day, bro, I actually have all the messages. And I also have, by the way, I have an Excel of every dollar spent. But I'm not even going to, it's like, it's nobody's business, right? But when she says shit like, she's not in the red.
Yeah. Hey, Yachty, I agree with you on that. Yo, newsflash to the entire industry. If you have a major label deal, you're in the red. The label's job is to keep you in the red. Even if you're like, yo, my album going platinum is double platinum. That's when your album does good and you think you've exceeded what they've given you, they start spending more. So they're always going to spend more, quote unquote, investing. Like, oh no, we spent $500,000 more investing in you. We're promoting. You'll never be completely profitable. Okay? Never. That's the aim of the game.
It's cap, bro. I don't even like doing this type shit. I don't even go in here and talk about nothing. I don't bother nobody. I don't come on here. I don't tweet. I barely post outfits. I stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? People have their opinions on me. And it is what it is. It doesn't bother me any. I do my own thing. But when you go on, you speak about my kid, you saying you talking about some, oh, you don't, like it was no reason to even bring up my child.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Grant just sent me the tweets, which hey, Karrahboo. Karrahboo's out of pocket. Maybe I could call Karrahboo. No, I think I'm gonna call Karrahboo. I'm gonna call Karrahboo. Why am my phone like this? What was I doing? I forgot what I was doing, chat.
Like this, she's painting a narrative that like, oh, he won't let me drop. He hates me. Bro, I'm the one who reached out to her to come back. Because I was like, this is stupid. I was like, bro, this is stupid. We can fix this.
I ain't gonna lie. Karrahboo's on timing. She definitely gave me the number just now. Yachty. We gonna get Karrahboo on here right now. I'm calling her ass right now. Let me call her ass right now. All right, hold on. Let me make sure. So we gotta call her right now. I'll ask her the questions. Somebody gotta answer these fucking questions. 0899. We're gonna be fair, chat. We're fair. Here we go.
Hello.
Karrahboo.
Hello.
It's a big act in the building.
I'm dead.
Okay. All right. By the way, I'm on stream, but
Okay.
I'm covering the drama, and I told people before. I said, listen, me and you, we had a couple of DM exchanges, and we de-escalated everything. And I want people to know, because I do respect the fact that you're a young artist making it, and I understand I've been in this a long time, and I do not want people to think that, number one, I'm here trying to bully a woman, or number two, because I've been in this industry so long, I'm trying to shit on a new artist. So I want to give you a fair shake.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
And you remember the conversation we had, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what happened today?
Okay. Yesterday, it was just one of those days where you see a comment and I'm already frustrated. It's been 11 months of like dealing with this legal shit, going back and forth, just being dragged out, and I just want to drop music, So I had a weak moment and I got on Twitter and started, complaining. And I guess today, first yesterday, my lawyer, right after I did it, he was like, you have to take all this down right now. Like, they're pissed. They're about to send a cease and desist. And now it's going to take longer because they want to add more clauses to the contract, because I'm trying to go to another label. But it's like, Bo is like, he's not being responsive. He's being very slow. He keeps changing his mind. Like, anytime I upset him, he just like takes a little break off the case. You feel me? Like, just taking his time with the shit. Like, just like holding me. Like, and I just feel like it could be so simple. Like, just, it never had to be like this. It could just be so simple. Like, just let me go. Let me do my thing. You do your thing. Like, we don't gotta talk. It's cool. Like, it is what it is. But like, he want to drag it out. He wants me to sit there because he's upset with me. And it's just like, it's petty and it's like stupid. So but anyways, I got off topic. They told me to like delete everything and all that shit. So I did. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. And then today, Bo tweeted some shit. No, first he retweeted DC saying, I think it said like, shut up, bitch, or something.
Yeah.
And so I actually hit DC up, like, what's up with this? Like, and he's like, Kara, there's no way you could think I'm talking about you. Regardless, I know you're back against the wall. I know y'all got shit going on, but you're my sister and I love you. This was never about you. I swear to God. Like,
So
I love you.
His tweet wasn't about you?
I swear to God. I have messages and voice notes of him saying it was not about me. So also, it like confused me when Boat retweeted it too, because last time I checked, Boat asked DC for his chains back and kicked him out the group.
What?
So,
Wait,
like,
hold on. What?
Yeah, so that confused me. Like, why? I felt like they was ganging up on me around some weird shit. So that's why I hit DC up, and he cleared it up, and we good.
Wait, okay. So let me ask a few questions, and I'm glad you're catching us up to speed. And I was having a conversation with my audience, and because I think transparency should be involved here in understanding what you're going through. You're
At
not the
this
first.
point,
You're not the first artist to go through, and you're not going to be the last, right? So, but the first thing I do want to ask you, and I'm not being funny or nothing like that.
that's fine.
I feel like there's, and I've talked to Yachty personally. I feel there is something. Again, I don't. Obviously you're a woman. He's a man. I don't know if y'all ever had a crush or nothing like that. But it feels like
I'm happy
it's
to
personal.
clear it up.
It hasn't been personal with y'all because
He's never ever, like, never in anybody's lifetime has he even tried me on that. Like, it's always been a friend thing. One time he said he wouldn't even sleep in the bed with me. Like, he would sleep on the floor before he sleep in the bed with me. He said that before. So it's like type shit. Like, he called me his sister. He used to say, I'm not close to my own sister. Like, you're my sister. Like, it was never, ever like that, bro. Like,
so
that's why it's just like, why is it like this? Like, I was just one of his closest friends. I was his best friend. So I don't know.
So, I only bring that up because I'm actually reacting to what Yachty was saying on live, and he was just like, yeah, I would have signed the paperwork, but like she ain't give me my like earrings or whatever, like some jewelry back.
Wait, let me clear that up. I been gave that back. I been gave that to legal. I been give anything to make this process go faster. I did it. He said he wanted it back. He said, mind you, he said he wanted it back. Earrings he gave me for Christmas. This watch he gave me like when I was an assistant. And
you
like
do
two
understand how that
chains.
kind of sounds, right? Like it's one of those things to be like, yo, give me back my PS5 I gave you. Like it kind of feel like, I left this over your house.
I thought it sounded corny, but at the same time, like, shit, take it, nigga. Like, I don't care. Like, I literally don't care about jewelry, and he know that. We've had multiple issues where we've had multiple issues where he said I was ungrateful because I don't care about jewelry and shit. Like, I care about real life. Like, it's just like, if my family doesn't have this and that, my mom don't got this, my dad don't got this, I don't give a fuck about a chain right now. Like, I'm focused on other things. I don't care about jewelry. If you want it back, you can have it. I think it's cool, and I was grateful for it. But if you want it back, you can have it. Anything to speed this process up. I Ben gave it to legal. Ben.
Really?
And legal, I think what it is, though, is legal has it. Sent pictures and everything, has it. They actually flew to give it to legal. Flew to Miami to give it to them because I didn't want it to get stolen in the mail. And I think the problem is that legal's holding it because he is being so, over the last 11 months, he's been so, like, any little thing, he'll be like, oh, I'm not dealing with this shit. Like, we're not talking about the deal right now. Like, he'll go on little, like, diva breaks. So, like, I think what legal was holding the jewelry until we could come to, like, a understanding that I can transfer over to label. And
by the way, so it's your legal, not his legal, right? So your legal has it, right?
Yeah.
And you say you've
but
had...
he's like a, it's not like, trust me, I mean, don't want the jewelry, not trying to hold on to the jewelry or nothing. Like, it's just like, he was just trying to make sure that we play it safe because Bo has been doing so much, like, weird shit. Like, but honestly, I would text him right now, just give it to that nigga, honestly. Like,
okay, so all right.
Anything to make this move faster, like.
Okay, so now let's get into a little bit of music, like, contract conversation, and this is what I heard, right? And I've spoke to everybody, and I'll be transparent. Whether it's both, I've spoken to everybody who's an executive connected close to this. From what I heard, they loved you. They think you're talented. They think that you are gonna be a star, for whatever reason. And obviously, I think Boat felt like you were getting a big head. Like, what I mean? Like, the stories I heard, you was talking to people crazy. Okay. Now, obviously, when it became public, I never seen you kind of have that big head. But if no one in the group spoke up for you neither. It's not like they're like, what are you talking about? Like, Karrahboo is the most humblest person. She's like the nicest person. It feel like maybe they might have thought that you start feeling yourself. What's your reaction to that?
I am literally my reaction to that. Well, first of all, the boys, So when the whole thing happened with me and Boat, the boys actually we had a last show in Atlanta, and I wasn't able to go because Boat had like kicked me out or whatever. And so since I wasn't able to go, all my fans were super upset. So I had to pop up in Atlanta for free, and I just like it was a meet and greet, not a pop up. It was just like a meet and greet, and I had cupcakes, and I just took pictures and shit, just to say sorry. And DC and Draft pulled up, and they were like, they was fucking with me. And then after that, I stopped hearing from them. And then DC randomly called me one night, like a month, like maybe less than a month into it, like 3 weeks into it, a month, I don't know. He calls me and he's like, Carrie, like, I'm just like, I love you, this is fucked up, and you're my sister, and he's like, I have to do the right thing for my family. You gotta understand, like, when we went to your pop-up, Boat literally fried us. Like, he was like, no, like, don't, like, you're not fucking with her. Like, you have to pick a side. And to be fair, they met Boat first. And so that's why I didn't have hard feelings at first. I had feelings, like, I was sad, but, like, I wasn't, like, mad, because I do understand being in a position to change your family's life. And, like, I do understand, like, they met him first, and that's it. Like, I get it. So,
And by the way, not to backtrack a little bit, but you had said that Bo had kicked you out. What was your understanding of why he kicked you out?
Okay, so every time we got in any type of argument, anytime we butt heads, he would kick me out. So on like the fifth time he did it, I told him if he does it again, like we had like an apology after, and he like crying, I'm sorry. So I'm like, okay, if you do it again, like, I'm just gonna leave, because like you're playing with my emotions and my job. Like, this is my career, it's my life. So he said he definitely understood, and he wasn't gonna do that anymore. So we got into an argument, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually nice, but sometimes I do be losing my temper when I feel like I'm like just being fucked with, like, and I was not. It was a lot of fucked up shit going on, like weird shit going on, and I started realizing it all at the same time. And I did go off on, I went off on like this tour manager guy one day. And that's that's the day, like, but it's like we were already arguing the day before, me and Bo, about some other shit. But that day, he asked me to come outside, like, trying to be back friends and shit. I didn't want to. Then he's like, oh, I got a private jet, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I won't. I'm just going to get my own flight. So I'm saying it in the group chat. And I'm like, it's like a tour group chat. And I was like, I need to get my flight info. Do I need to get the flight myself? I need to know, because, like, I'm a girl. I have to get my hair done and shit. I need to know, like, what time. Mm-hmm. It's like 2 days before. The day after that, I'm asking again. I'm like, yo, hello? Like, why do y'all always ignore me? Like, I feel like I'm not being heard. I feel like I have to spaz to be heard. Like, I just started kind of going off. But I wasn't talking about at all. And he comes in the group chat with like a bunch of people from tour, like people we don't know and shit, like staff, and starts cussing me out. And I posted the screenshots before, but he's basically like, you're a loser ass bitch, like, shut the fuck up. I can find it and read it, but and after that, I call him.
And I hate pausing, but like, we have to.
Sorry if I'm like all over the place too. It's just like,
no, it's fine.
I have so much to say.
Because you said, and I take a few exceptions to it, and I do want you to explain it. I think this is a simple. Artist A is not getting along with artist B. Artist B happens to sign artist A. All that's needed is a new label or a new situation to remediate this with a new contract and buy you out, and you could go do what you want to do. You could rep whatever you want to rep. But I'm finding like there's a lot of other things that might be involved. And even when you speak about it, like, I took exception. I'm like like the way you describe Yachty, you're describing him like an abuser. You know, right?
Not a physical abuser. He's never ever hit me or anything like that. Nothing weird. He would never, like, I don't see him ever like losing his temper enough to put his hands on a woman.
Yeah, but the way you describe it, even when you say you have a daughter, it's like you're saying that his view or how he treats women seems to be in a very maybe misogynistic or just a way that is demeaning.
I do think that, and also, by the way, I wasn't trying. I would never talk mean about a baby, especially her. Like, I think she's beautiful, gorgeous, fly baby. Like, I would never talk about a baby. All I was saying is, like, this is something my dad brought up to me. He asked me this. Like, he said, doesn't he have a daughter? And I said, yes. And he says, so why does he treat women like this? And that, like, kind of, like, stuck with me. Like, why do you? Like, I wasn't trying to talk bad about his daughter. I would never do that. Like, and I do apologize for even bringing it up, honestly. Like, I'm honestly just, like, I acted out of emotion yesterday, but...
Do you think, and this is a genuine question, do you think that the way Yachty has treated you or his demeanor to you was either much better or much worse compared to how he treated the other male artists in Concrete?
Much worse, because, well, first of all, the other boys, they didn't really have a problem because they're more so, I don't want to word it like wrong and seem like I'm trying to shit on them because they're all great. They're all amazing rappers. Like, they're all great people, but just like, they more so would be more chill and just go with the flow. And if I didn't agree with something, I'm more so like would speak up for myself or say no. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's caused issues, and then I also feel like they're men, so like he not really finna try them in the same way. Like, at the end of the day, like, for example, like DC drops music all the time. And we were in this, I was not like dropping music. If you look at my artist page, I have like 3 or 4 singles my whole career. And it's because I was fighting to drop music the whole time. Like, and now I'm fighting to drop music still. I forgot the question. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to see, like, do you really feel like he was targeting you? Because according to what you said, it felt like he was treating you differently than he treated the guys. Like, maybe he was a little bit more,
No, he definitely treats me different for 100% for facts. He'll say that himself. Well, he has said that himself.
Well, in a worse way, though? Because, I mean, obviously we get that men and women are different, but still.
Yeah, he's not going to say in a worse way, but to me, it's in a worse way, yes. Like, nobody else has that problem with him. Like, he's never screamed at none of the other artists. Like, he screamed at me, like, other niggas holding him back while he's screaming at me. Like, he does, like, weird-ass shit to me. Like, I don't know, maybe because I'm soft a little, like, when it comes to friendship, but, like, I don't know, but I don't fuck with that shit, bro. Like, I just feel like you don't do that to... I don't know. Even the way he talks to me, like, it's just not okay. Like, it's
Have
not
you ever
cool.
expressed that to him? And what was his...
Yes.
What did he say?
He would always be sorry, and then I would be like, oh, he's sorry. Like, we're good. I found the message of what he said. He said, shut the fuck up and get your own flight if you want it so bad, lame ass bitch. You're a real bird. You talk crazy all day. You're a real loser. You need to be humbled because you're nobody. Shut the fuck up. And, oh, wait, you probably can't get your own flight because you don't have any fucking money. All right, then. Fucking nerd. Oh, all right, then. Talk with respect, nerd. If you got a problem, beat it. Like, what the fuck? And then I called him. After that, I'm like, why are you saying that in a group chat? And he's like, I don't want to talk. Hanging up. I'm like, text him, like, why do you keep hanging up? He replies, pop out. Nigga, what? What does that even mean? Like, what do you want to hook? Nah. Other one is like, and then...
Well, by the way, I'm trying to, like, have some nuance and be very fair here. So, obviously, yeah, I agree that type of tone, especially talking to your artist, that kind of sounds crazy. You're right, but there is a part of that message that you read that he supposedly said, like, talk with respect or whatever. Like, he felt you were being disrespectful.
That's when I was talking in the group chat, and I was going off about, like, my ticket. Yeah. That's what I was telling you earlier. I was trying to tell you, like, yeah. I did go off before. I have gone off before. Okay. Like, it wasn't right either how I went off, but, like, at the same time, like, I'm not going to try to actually justify it. It's okay.
No.
It wasn't right.
It's fine. So, all right.
I was just frustrated, like, just felt like I was being played with. But
And by the way, I want to give both of you guys grace, right? Again, I'm trying to be very neutral in this. You're a new artist. You're also a woman. You're in pretty much almost this male-dominated industry where, like, number one, you need, like, for example, like if it's a nigga that need to get a flight, it's pretty simple for you. You have to organize a lot of things to get to the where you need to be to show up or see fans or whatever. I completely get that. And for him, he's also a young artist who is now trying to be an executive that probably don't really know.
Well, I usually always buy my own flights and hotels. Everything comes out of my pocket. But that one time it was because we were on a tour and they didn't pay us any money for the tour. They said that they were going to keep the money and use it for the tour. And that we like it all went to the tour. So I didn't get any money from it. So that's why I asked for the flight, because I thought it would just come out the budget for the tour. But I said, even in the text, I said, I can get my own flight. Just let me know. That's what I said.
Okay. So let's get a little bit to the conclusion, because I think that's why, honestly, I was hoping this was going to resolve itself. And I was actually pretty disappointed that this became an online thing in the last couple of days, and especially today. So this is how I understand it, and you correct me if I'm not on track with what you know. And I said this before. I said, hey, listen, Yachty's a young executive. Karrahboo was signed to him. They're not getting along for whatever reason, right? We're not going to pick sides here. They're not getting along for whatever reason. How this works in the industry is that Karrahboo has made it to a level where the hardest legwork of her having a recognizable name is already done. Yachty can't just release her. It's retarded. It's stupid. It's like giving away some inherent value that labels would kill for. So all that needs to happen, another label that is interested in Karrahboo needs to come in and do a deal to purchase your contract or buy you out that you could sign with them. Why hasn't that happened in your opinion?
It's literally happening. No, it's been, first of all, I saw like a little part of his live where he said, "Oh, there were no deals." That's a lie.
Okay.
That's because the first month they was ignoring me. The first 2 months they was ignoring my legal and me. Then he said my manager, whoever was my manager at the time, miscommunicated. There were no deals. My manager was his manager, and so when he stopped talking to me that day, so did that manager. I had no manager. So, and
wait, you shared the same manager with Yachty?
Yes, I'm slow as hell, but I also didn't know. I've been doing music for 2 years. Like, I didn't know, and I'm sorry. I made mistakes and I learned. But, like, yes, I had my own manager at first, but he, like, did some weird shit. Not my manager, Bo. He, like, tricked me and made me, like, think that he was, like, fucking me over. But really, Bo was telling him to do the stuff just so that I would go with his manager. So that, I'm slow. But it doesn't matter. But, like, labels were be for real. Labels was asking about me from the first day they heard that I was out that deal. That first live he did, where he was talking about, I wish the best for Karrahboo, we parted ways.
Yes.
They was asking, they was on that nigga. They was on QC looking for me.
That makes sense.
Them niggas was saying they don't want to do, they was saying they don't know what they want to do with me yet. That's what they were telling the labels. They don't know what they want to do with me yet. Hold off. They don't know what they want to do with me.
Hey, by the way, hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on, real quick. And chat, you guys tell me what I should do. So I tried to call Yachty before you. Yachty didn't answer. Yachty's calling back now. And I don't want to put y'all on the phone together. I just don't. All right. Let me let you finish the story. Let me just text Yachty and be like, Yachty, I'm going to call you right. Yachty says cap. He's listening clearly.
Oh, then answer. What's cap? Like, what is cap? I'm so tired of this lame ass shit, nigga. I don't have nothing. What do I benefit from lying? Like, literally. What do I benefit from all this?
Honestly, and I'm telling you, I'm really trying to not. I can show
you my notes app with fucking 40 songs in it. Like, just let me go. Fuck.
So you're saying
it's an offer right now. There is an offer right now. They're waiting on both. Now he want to add more clauses and shit, a disarrangement clause or whatever it's fucking called, so that I don't talk bad about him after I sign, so that he can't his character can't be defamed. Telling the truth about you doesn't defame your character, bitch. That's your character. Sorry.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on his side with this. If I let you go, I will not have you go to your new label and then continue your career by shitting on me.
If you let me go, you will never hear from me again. I won't need to talk about you.
So
but I'm
so
saying
you should
that's
sign
just
that
what's
clause.
happening right now.
So
He's
hold on.
adding that arrange.
Yeah.
Huh?
So that's a legal thing. Like, hey, listen, hey, if you go to this new label, you just can't make diss songs and continue.
Okay.
You don't think that's fair?
I didn't make a diss. Oh, you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I think it's great. It's fine. It's great. It's perfect. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying is like he's dragging it. Like the label been trying to sign me. He been dragging it for months. Like, okay, we get it. Like first this nigga was asking for $1 million. I don't even owe you $100K. Like you're asking for $1 million and 50% of my earnings for the rest of that next contract. What the fuck? Are you drunk? Like, and he's still getting more money than I even owe him, and he still hasn't signed just signed the fucking paper.
Now,
Jesus
I'm
fucking
gonna be
Christ.
hold on. I'm gonna be honest, Karrahboo. I'm gonna be honest because I know the music industry a little bit. Have you done an audit of your current situation with Yachty? Because when
I've been asking for 11 months for what's it called, accounting.
Yes.
For my accounting, I've been asking for 11 months. They still don't have it. The first excuse was they mixed it up with the boys. They have to figure it out.
Okay.
Then that excuse lasted about 4 months. Then no, maybe longer. Then the next excuse was, oh, California fires. Everybody's dealing with that because the team is in LA. So we're still trying to figure out we're still trying to figure that out. I don't know what the excuse is now. I've been asking. They owe me money as well. We're still we're trying to figure out where's that money y'all owe me as well for my merch and my music. We're trying to figure that out too.
And by the way, that's
I'm
why
not
I
even
think
pressed. You could keep it. Just keep it. Just anything to just sign me. Like, just get me off this shit. You could keep the money. Just get me off. Like, I don't even give a fuck no more.
But you can't say both things, right? So it seems like him and his team has came up with a monetary value of what they think they've done for you or what you owe them plus what they think they've done for you, and they want that to be paid not necessarily by you but by whatever label signing you.
And they have no paperwork of this. They have nothing to show for.
So you think $1 million is too much?
Like, what do I owe you? All I owe is a music video, and all right, the money that I owe literally is way less than what the label trying to buy me is trying to get him right now. It's way less. The money I owe, I could literally get that money right now myself and pay it to him myself. That is how little that money is, bro. Like, it's not about the money. He wants me to sit there. He's taking his time. He thinks the shit funny and cute. And he's trying to make me look fucking crazy, bro. This shit corny as hell. Why the fuck would I say I can't? Why the fuck would I lie about I can't drop music, bro? What the fuck? And I did. Oh my God, this is just irritating as fuck.
Okay,
like,
all right. Well, I want to use his own words versus your own tweet. I seen a tweet and chat. I'm gonna put it up here. You had, when he said, "Show me some proof that you can't drop music." You posted. So he said, "Karrahboo, stop playing victim, bro. I don't speak to you. I don't speak about you. You tweet about me every couple days. If I'm stopping you from dropping music, prove it. Show any documents of me blocking you from uploading music." You posted you trying to drop, or you have dropped a song called Bossy Boo, and it says that the video is blocked by UMG, which has blocked it because of copyright, right? And then his response to that was saying, "That's a record you never cleared. It got flagged because you used a sample that didn't get cleared." So what's your music?
Oh, wait, then what did I respond? I responded back to that.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. You said, "Can't be serious, LOL." You said, "I never said nothing about this."
No, not that. It's like a screen. It's like a picture.
Okay. Let me go to your. I mean, you could say it now, but I'm gonna go to your Twitter just to be very accurate. Hold on.
It's a picture of. It's like a screenshot of like the reason the video got took down that they sent to my YouTube, and it just says like. It's not a copyright strike.
All right, perfect. It says YouTube don't gotta get sample cleared. It just can't get monetized. Crusty. Stop trying to make me look crazy. I'm not trying to go back and forth with your feminine ass. Just let me go. and you show that the video is blocked itself, right? So you're saying it's not necessarily about like, you know, monetization. You're saying that.
Yeah, it says this is not a copyright strike. It's basically he's trying to. I don't know why he's trying to do this though. Like, bro.
Whoa.
UMG basically. Concrete QC is under UMG.
Yes, they're under Capital, which Capital is a UMG company.
Yes, they got my shit took down, gang, and they was about to do it to DDG's video too.
Well, here's the thing, and this is what I would say to you, right? So, when you're signed to a label, and I know you might not be on the best terms with a label, and you don't deal with Yachty and whatever the case is, but if you're gonna drop music, you kind of have to drop music through them because they have.
For sure, on DSPs.
Okay, but
on YouTube is different. It's just YouTube. Like, you could drop some shit on YouTube. It's nothing. Like, but DSPs is a whole different thing. I understand that.
That's not true.
I'm not making money off the YouTube video. I didn't monetize it. I didn't make money off of it.
Yeah, but you're number one, you're a signed artist, right? Which means whether you want to admit it or not, you're a UMG property. Second of all, if and I haven't heard the song, so I'm just going off what Yachty claimed. If there's a sample in the song, they not only own you as an artist, they own the sample, and depending on the usage by the producer, they could block anybody from even using that sample. So if you're within UMG, you want to go through your label, that your label is going to clear it, and when the label clears it, it would go up appropriately. So like that young boy method of just uploading, like him and Atlantic used to go through it with that because they were beefing like Bloods and Crips. Like, people don't know this. But that's not the right way of releasing music. You know that, right?
Yes, I know, but since I can't release music, I just was trying to do something. It's just been so long. Like, I just wanted to fucking drop a fucking song. It's annoying. Like, I understand, but he got that shit took down. He don't have to lie, bro. Like, the song that is sampled is not even owned by UMG.
Oh, okay.
It's just like...
That's new. Wait, can I ask you a question? And
yes.
Because I'm going off your words, you said, you know, they're preventing you from dropping music. Have you asked him or the label?
Yes.
Say, hey, could I drop this? And have they said no?
For sure. They were like, okay, yeah, sure. Well, first, it took months for that to even get to a point. So I got a new manager who was like on it and shit, like who was able to communicate with them. That was like a couple months ago when me and Bo was getting back cool and was communicating. So then I could actually say like, what's up? Like, why, like, can I just drop music? And then he was like, okay, but we just had to go through the little process or whatever. So I kept asking. And then we fell out. And then I kept asking, and then they wasn't getting responses from legal. So, like, I didn't, like, what the fuck? What does that mean? If legal's asking, can I release music? What's up with this release? And there's no response. And then, like, weeks are going by, then months are going by. Like, so, like, what does that mean?
Okay.
That means I could drop?
Okay, so what you're explaining to me is that there's, like, a breakdown in communication, right? You ain't really trying to talk to this nigga. You're also trying to drop music, but you're reaching out to try to drop music. They ain't telling you shit. And you're an artist, so at the end of the day, timing is a thing. You got to put some shit up. And then when you try to put it out, it always gets blocked, right? That's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I think you and Yachty, obviously, there's probably some egos bruised, probably on both sides. Or, like, you know, you probably remember him saying certain shit to you that probably offended you. And he probably feels like, yo, this chick is ungrateful, whatever. Like, there's a world where you are your own artist and you do your thing. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Let me tell you this. There's a lot of people that really love your music. They do. There's a lot of people who love you. That's a fact. And I've met these people. You know what I mean? And they speak about you very glowingly. So you're going to have a career some way, somehow. But you have to get out of this situation. And I'm only confused why the hell this situation can't figure itself out. You know what I mean? This situation should be simple. New label buys you out, gets this signed, and from what
They're
you're
trying
saying,
right now.
So Yachty's stalling it. I'm gonna call Yachty, and
Yes.
we'll get the answer on it.
Yeah, but he claims that he's not stalling it, but it is what it is, bro. Like, I mean, it's been 11 months, so, like, what's the explanation? Is that not stalling? Like, I just don't know. Like, it is what it is. But, like, I appreciate you talking to me, though. And
No,
at the end of the day, I shouldn't have signed that contract, and that's on me. And so I got to deal with that shit. And
What you mean you
this
should have
shit
signed
just
that
wasted me.
contract?
I signed a bad contract, and that's okay. Like, I fucked up, and I learned from that shit. And now I have a
what do you
great
mean a
lawyer.
bad contract?
Huh?
What do you mean a bad contract?
My contract is not like a good one. It's not a good contract. It's really bad. It's embarrassing.
No. I
I
mean,
should have signed a juice fee.
say again.
I was better off signing the could have been. Like, for real.
You're hilarious. No, but no. I gotta ask you about that because so here's the thing. You were a new artist. I didn't know who you were, right? Just like the other people in Concrete. A new artist contract is never gonna be like right now. Of course, you get a way better contract than if you signed back then. No one knew you, so like, what about that contract you felt was, or maybe your lawyers have told you like, whoa.
No, my lawyer told me this is the worst contract he's ever seen.
Did he tell you?
And he said he doesn't know how I signed it. He doesn't know why I signed it.
Did you have a lawyer
And he
then
said
when you
it's a
signed it or
fucking
not?
mess. I did, but Boat was telling me like she's just money hungry. That's why she told you not to sign it. Like, she doesn't get longevity and loyalty and like friendship, and like she doesn't understand. And I would never like give you bad contract. You're my best friend, but I don't even know why you would question my loyalty. Like, I don't know.
So you felt he gaslit you into signing this contract?
I'm not supposed to say that because I went with it. So like, it is what it is. Like, it's you live and you learn. But like, I'm not gonna lie, that's what happened. Like, the lawyer told me not to sign it, and I told him, and he was like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you trying me? Like, I'm not loyal. Like, I don't know."
Without
It's just
exposing
like,
too much, do you know or remember anything about it? Be like, yo, yeah, that's wild. I can't believe this nigga wants my publishing. Like, did he?
no, for sure. I've definitely thought all those things, but
Wait, he took all
he
your
just like
publishing?
gave me this speech. All my publishing, not all of it, no. Wait, I don't know. I don't really remember, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't like look that shit through good enough. Like, I didn't understand it, and I didn't ask for it to be explained well enough because
Do you know how many albums?
well, okay, it said 1 plus 4 or 5, right? So I asked Bo, I'm like, she said this is like too much or whatever. He's like, what the fuck? Like, it's only 1, and then the rest are optional to you. But that's not true. So
Yeah, that's probably not true. It's optional to him. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I've seen a lot of starter contracts for artists. 1 plus 3 or 4 are usually what they start with. If they could get you 1 plus 10, they'll give you. But they'll usually do 1 plus 3 or 4. So if you did 1 plus 5, that might have been a little bit heavy-handed. I can't lie. Can't lie. All right. You know what? By the way, I'm very glad you called in. Honestly, I want this to end favorable, where you get out of this situation and move on to your next situation, that we could see what your career is going to be, right? Because I completely understand if you're signed to somebody who you're going back and forth on Twitter, it's probably not going to work out for you in the best, it's not in your best interest, because labels, the reason why you sign to a label, they have to do other things for you, right? They're supposed to help you with promotion, marketing, and all these other things. And I'm hoping that this gets resolved. I'm going to call Boat now, and I'm going to ask him about all these things about why he didn't release you.
okay.
Okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right, Karrahboo.
Bye.
All right, chat. I think was that nice and fair to her, chat? Like, we got to, I want to be professional here. Let's call Boat.